Hi friend, welcome again to this episode. We are on episode 3 on Significant Enough, Journeying with Lina. And I remember last week I asked you to do something. So this week my homework for you is to think about that thing that is replaceable, that you have, that nobody else has, that makes you wonderful. My call to us is to write just that thing, write it down and share with somebody. I hope you did that because we are looking at how others make us feel. We also have a way of reciprocating the same to the same people or to others. I hope you did that. And today we are going to look at our kindness. We are telling ourselves that the kindness that we give to people counts. Our kindness count. And I'll start with a story. And it's a story about the ripple of a raindrop. Imagine a single raindrop falling into a pond. This tiny drop makes ripples that feel far beyond where it landed, spreading and crossing over and making waves across the waters. This is just like kindness. A small act can spread, touching people you may never ever meet, ever in life. Just one thing that you can do can reach to people that you may never meet in life. And this makes the world a better place. Even one kind word or a simple smile that you may give to a child, a colleague who was down, if you go to your place of work, it may be in a matatu, and just moving for somebody who was looking for a seat. Just that one little kind of kindness can brighten somebody's day, because when you meet people, when they come to your space, you really may not know what they are going through. And that one act of kindness can be what will mean everything to them for that day. Yeah. So think about acts of kindness that you have had, you have received, and how that made you feel. It's the same. Once people come in our space and we show kindness to them, it means so much to them. So small acts of kindness, they make a difference in people's life. And kindness doesn't have to be complicated, my friend. Sometimes it's maybe just simple listening to somebody who needed to talk. It may be some time helping somebody who is feeling down. It may be just warming somebody with your smile at the beginning of the day or the end of the day when maybe they had a very hard day. Each of these small acts is like that raindrop that creates ripples. It is one falling into a mass of water, but the way it spreads out, you can see how it's felt by the waters, the whole mass of water where it falls in. So your little kindness counts, and it can make a difference in somebody's day and even their life. When you show kindness, you add a little more light to the world, creating a ripple effect that keeps going and going and going. So, at this point, as we are talking about kindness, I'm sure somebody is coming to your mind that one day they showed you an act of kindness that made a difference. Just one. Maybe they did something that made a difference in your life. And it's reminding me of my experience some time back. I went through a very hard experience of losing a parent. And I remember this day I was really, really missing my dad. And I shared on my status of how I was feeling so broken. And I remember a friend that I hadn't seen for about a year. And she DM'd me. She wrote something on my chat, and she reminded me that however painful it is, I'm not alone. And she told me of her similar experience. And that really encouraged me. Why? Sometimes we just need somebody who feels with us what we are going through. And I felt, wow, my friend is, they're hanging in there with me. And that really encouraged me. And I've never forgotten. It's about 6 months ago. It meant so much to me. So people think that they just have to do big things to mean so much to people. It may be just the thought. Showing somebody that you thought about them. Showing somebody that they matter. It may be just what they needed for that day. Showing somebody that they are not alone. They are not walking alone in the world. It doesn't have to be monetary kind of kindness, giving money. It just may be sharing beautiful thoughts with them, letting them know that they are seen, they are enough. And that little kindness can be what will make their day, and they may brighten other people's days, just like that drop of water. The ripple effect, you never know how far it can go. So my encouragement today, my friend, is that we can think about one thing this week that we can do to somebody. And that thing that we can do to people, mostly it gives us joy than when we receive it. Even when we give from a place of emptiness, when we feel we don't have, but we take time to think outside ourselves, it gives us joy to just pour out into somebody's life. Notice how it makes you feel when you receive it. So now imagine how it would make somebody else feel. Think about that. So today, as I finish, I'll remind us that your kindness, my kindness counts. And it's with every act of kindness that makes waves in the world and makes the world a better place. My Bible verse for today is from the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 32. And it says, "Be kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving each other just as God in Christ also has forgiven you." All right? So just do one thing. I'm asking for one act of kindness this week. You'll be amazed of how much you have in you that you can give. But just do one thing. It can be to a child. It doesn't have to be to many people. It can be just to one person. Just act of kindness. And that will bring a smile to somebody. Don't think about big things. Think it small. Yeah, and that's where we end it today. Thank you, my friend, for joining me today. So as we go this week, let's make a kindness ripple in our spaces where we are and make people happy by doing that small thing that may mean the world to them. So until next time, thank you for being here with me. Bye-bye, my friend. See you.